And it is recording.
Again?
Hola, señorita.
As long as you're in, just grab a knee.
I'll see you guys.
When you are there, just assign yourself
doing your
to
PRs.
3, please. Traffic's while I sort my stuff out, mate. Go on the line and do a mic check and a radio check.
Saxon, mic check.
Hey, teacher's putting your
Check.
earplugs, mate.
Actually, maybe the medic can carry some.
Radio check.
Good.
Okay, guys, everyone should now
Some,
be on
some
channel
rounds
2
first.
on the 343.
Commander's good with that.
What
have you got now?
That's 2 aluminium and 6 AC.
When I say your name, just press
I've
the
got
switch
some
and say okay.
I have 8
Chalky.
and 3 elimination.
Sorry, Bob, I can hardly hear you. I'm going to have to turn you up 1 sec.
So you don't have. I need to turn it up.
This is 2-0 radio check.
Is it better now?
That's on
Hey.
Yeah, that's better.
Yok me.
By the way.
9
Radio check,
kilograms.
Jeffix.
Okay, do you want to grab some HE for them and maybe...
I'll say that again.
Oh, wait,
Say your
40
name,
kilograms.
press the
Copy that.
switch on
Oh,
your
no.
radio and say okay.
Radio check.
I read 32.
Okay, Chalky.
Hey guys,
Then as well.
Take.
objective.
Okay.
Just got my bearings up.
Fingers.
Alright, we are gonna move from
Jonathan.
base at bearings of 140, okay?
Profit.
Saxon, you okay being point one, mate?
Okie doke.
Yeah, that one on the radio.
Right, mate, just as soon as you're
Channel
you're on the
six
right
channel.
Count 2, mate.
Okay, mate, you've
We
you've
seem
actually
very
got the
quiet
in-law
there,
as well,
very
mate,
loud.
so you're aware of
The
that
range stables.
Anyway,
Profit.
goes as follows.
I have a wrench.
Alright, guys, open up
Team
your
Good.
maps.
1, me and Saxon.
Oh, sorry.
Okay,
Team
guys, the
2,
ground we're going to be
Squid
covering
and Will.
is a mixture of open
I got
and
range
urban
tables
built-up
as well.
areas.
Me
Binoculars.
and your fire team.
If you have a look at your map, you can see that we're situated on the western tip of the island at Arcadia. We're going to be pushing to the east
I
and
want
then
you
to the
move
south,
your fire
ending
team
up
in,
at
please.
Tiberia,
I want you to make
moving
just
through
a
Plato,
line,
Cayo
basically.
and Cayo.
Make sure he's alive.
082...
Use him for flanking. if
Situation
necessary,
enemy
or-
forces is we're facing a slightly
if you
understrength
can.
motorised company spread out throughout the island.
That's where we're
Due to
gonna
the
be-
limited number of troops on the island, very few of them
Of,
will actually be dug in, and they will most likely be kept in reserve.
Shield the compound.
Infantry is heavily armed with the most
We'll
modern
be
Russian
attacking
equipment
from
and vodniks
086
to provide
You're
heavy
probably
fire
gonna be
support.
049
around
but they lack
059.
artillery
See the
support.
hill?
So you're aware of what kind of
Yep.
range
Our mission
you are
is
now.
Okay,
to-
mate, this is what we're going to do. We're going to move into compound 08.
Our mission is to proceed with securing the southernmost half of the island,
0855
capturing Russian assets as we go.
059,
The rest of the company will reinforce
060,
us later on.
8, okay?
Okay,
That's
so
it.
execution
Beginning.
phase 1
Beginning.
is going to be the
0855.
Plato to Cayo, and we're going to be clearing that.
06
Our jobs, as
0608.
one section will be
That
to
far
provide
western
a
build.
fire base,
See
We'll be moving with platoon HQ
Basically,
and
we'll move
mortars to
north.
grid
We'll clear that
08
from the
to
previous grid give. You'll hold at that grid, we'll move into that building.
0611.
Then you'll move back into that building.
On the
and
top
we'll
of that
just keep
peak
bounding.
there,
There's
we're
a
going to be setting up a
building
fire
north, you
base.
see that?
Once we get into that position,
And then we'll
we'll
cross the
form a
road, so
firing
we'll
line
building.
facing to the east,
Basically,
and
you'll
we
just
will
keep bounding
identify
upwards as we go
targets.
from building to building.
Fingers will collate
heavy
target
contact
information
within
off
this
you and
complex,
feed it back to
so
me,
if we
and then I'll
keep
relay that
down
back to
as much
platoon
fire as you
command.
can, okay, mate?
In the meantime, two section will be flanking round to the south of Plato the
They're
Cayo
on
and
hill.
setting up a
Yeah, good
fire
question.
base
082,
around rough grid
061, they'll be covering back from
086035.
the due west of
The mortar team will then initiate contact and any concentrations of troops.
Alright.
Once the first land has rounded, we are weapons green on any
There's
targets
one building
that
in
we
each.
come across.
Expect heavy contacts.
Two section will then move into Plato the Cayo from the south and clear the compounds
from there,
from
we move to building 090,
basically all the
042,
compounds within that area.
zero,
Once they've secured
059,
Plato de
sorry,
Cayo,
090,
we're going to push
059.
east
From
to
that
form
position there, we will
to a
move due
compound
east
at
into
grid
the objective,
0911
basically on the yellow little circle.
0613. From there, we're going to get an
Meanwhile,
OP
one
onto the
section
town
will
of
move
Cayo.
From the north.
Two section will,
There,
if you look
bus-
on your maps,
near
the
bus
compound to
stop
the
area,
south of
basically,
that, there will also
093,
be getting eyes onto the
ID on your left.
town of Cayo.
Our objective is
Okay,
just to clear that little
base,
sector
a
of
rough brief of the
092,
second and
058,
third objective is
and
once
then
we move into
to,
the town of Cayo,
090,
we're going to be
057.
clearing the northern
Give you
part
an
and the eastern
update
part.
brief, there'll probably be
So
a
that's
delay in
north of
casualties
the
at
bus
090,
stations,
so
those
you've got
compounds
some
along the
idea
ASR,
of detail
and
brief.
then around the
we'll
major
focus
T
on the first
junction
one,
and the T junction with the ASR and the buildings around the
Just
church.
check only.
Two section will be moving in and clearing the west. That's the area around the petrol station and the compound buildings north of that.
What's the
From there, two section will move to an OP to the south. We are to set up security to any counter-attacks that may come from the north or the east. To do that, we'll move back to the bus station or bus stop area and whatever cover we can using buildings and walls to cover the MSR up to the north. Two sections should have should have good eyes on the road to the south and will deploy rear cover anyway, just in case.
Anyway, basically, try and stay alive,
Then
guys.
we'll be moving on to the
Steady
town of
cover,
Syria.
running up and
Two
dead
section
there,
will
as
be
you can
moving into an OP position
see. Use common
while we move
sense.
into a
All
waypoint
of you
and we will
brave
hold.
Christ. Remember
Once
your
we
battle
are
buddy,
given our
remember he's
go-ahead,
alive.
we'll move
Keep
to the
calm,
hills
don't
to the
panic.
east of
Yeah,
Tibiera.
just keep the fight down,
We
remember
will
your
begin
role.
to engage contacts.
So,
Questions?
Once we move in and clear the town, we'll be clearing the southern half of Tiberia, and two section will be clearing the north. That will be, we will
Civilian-
probably brief you closer
Guys,
to the
this
time.
is something I forgot to mention. Civilian presence
Any questions on
within
the
area
execution?
is unsturdy to say the least. If
Okay,
we cannot
obviously,
fire on civilians, they will turn against us.
when we move out, we'll be weapons yellow. We don't want to engage any targets within Plato de
Yeah.
Cayo
And
until two section are ready to begin their
Also, guys,
assault
just
or
remember before
clear
you
of
clear a
the town.
building, make sure to turn your
So any
flashlight
targets
so
that you
can
do
see
see,
inside the
just call
building.
them out, let me know,
Of course,
and we'll take it from there.
Guys, enemy
As we
force,
move out, I'll give you whatever
enemy force,
formation that you're
guys,
in.
coordinates.
Tilke, you'll be on point
modern
for
Russian
the
military
majority of the
equipment.
time.
These guys are
I'll
on
just give you a
Turkey for
bearing
some
and a heading,
small armed
and
company
then you'll head off
within
and
the
do
island.
do your business.
Got
Who's on point,
sorry?
compartments,
Chalky.
motorised
sorry.
mainly.
Right, so if visibility is a
Modern-
factor or
as I said,
whatever,
modern
just let me know
military
and I'll be able
charges,
to
they'll
hold
take
up my night vision on and
Yeah,
guide you
take
in
these
or
guys
whatever.
pretty
Yeah,
serious,
I
okay?
think we should
Visibility is
You,
quite good,
you're
so
very good
I'm
players.
hoping that
Depends
we
on
won't need
the
to deploy any
mechanism.
nighttime procedures, but if we do,
Motorised
obviously I'll
force.
put a chem light on my back so you'll be able
we
to
can use
clearly
them also
see
in one
who I
exec.
am. If we need
Actually
to
have-
speed
Also,
have
one
a
flashlights, guys, is
flashlight
Alt L to
and,
switch between
Section will probably
IR
do
and
that as
flashlight
well
and
when they
L
begin their
and
attack on the
Alt.
Use
south.
them in the
But
military.
hopefully we should be able to clearly identify them due to
They
the
do like
uniform
it.
and weapons makeup of the section. Okay, anybody got any questions?
Just quickly, is it my sound which is bugged out, or are they louder than
Was it
briefing?
It's probably on your team speak, mate.
Select it and then
Yes,
L
yeah.
to turn it on.
Did you want me to do? I didn't hear that either.
Just Alt-Tab and go to the people that you can hear too loud and just right-click on them and lower their volume.
Alright, has anyone got any questions?
The
relevant to
L110 doesn't have a flashlight, does it?
I don't have a flashlight. It's fine.
Any
Traffic
possibility
moving
of
as well,
civvies?
You'll be on the right side,
Yes,
I'll be on the
there
left.
are civilians
Flax
on
will
the
not be on
island.
point. We'll try and find the base and I'll give you guys a bearing on where we're going to move.
What kind of force are we expecting at Cayo?
I'll be on point.
We
as well.
don't know. All we know is that it's a motorised company thinly spread out
Right,
across the
somewhere,
island.
something in front of you.
The enemy will have
Benya or something.
I can.
Got
Fine then,
Vodniks,
Timmy,
and
I'm
they also have all the best equipment available to them. But we don't know what we don't know the size and composition of the enemy force
Edwards,
at
two's
Plato
ready.
Cayo. So part of our role once
stand
we
by,
get
I
into
don't
our
really
fire
want
base
to
will
make
be
hands
to
on that.
obviously relay information
to
to
gaining
section before they begin their assault.
spare ammunition or anything.
Copy.
You want you probably don't need any. Maybe end-laws. That's about it.
Sorry, copy.
Two end-laws in there.
Obviously, in the
We'll save
event
the
of
N-laws
my
Edwards.
death,
got
Fingers
the
will
section?
become section
Squid
commander.
Saxon, you've got
Fingers,
one.
make sure you grab our radio and
Saxon's got
immediately
one, yep.
nominate 2IC.
And
Anyone
yeah, Twig's got one.
suitable from that remains.
That's two or three.
Two N-laws, mate.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. What's
when
the?
you are in when you're in the city and when you're in these compounds, feel free to use lights or whatever you want.
Roger that.
Actually, we've only got MP. No one else has.
0-1 Charlie, ready to check them.
Your shot.
Yeah, we call it if we can. Can we? We'll just call you in if we have more support. Yeah. Can we just call in the
Yeah,
mortar
that's
strike?
fine. I'll be with the OP. Yeah, definitely.
0-1 Charlie,
Roger.
message.
Go ahead, we'll try.
Charlie's be ready to go.
Try. All signs move to your first one.
Alright, guys, get.
Alright, lads, we're going to be moving out
Form
to
on power side base. We're
the
going to move Jubies from this
fire
compound
base.
north. Okay.
All we're going to
I'm
do
gonna
is
lead
we're going
you
to
guys
follow
out.
the road, Chalky, till we get to the base of the hill.
Free
Rough
formation for
grid
now, guys. Form up each of this building,
079
and we'll get ready.
0639, and then from there we're going to move using the rocks as cover up to the peak of the hill at fire base
Again
1.
with Bob's section.
So
Why
we'll
not?
move
How are
out
we gonna utilise
following the
the
road
road?
through Arcadia in
Radio.
staggered column until we get to that break-off point.
Stand up,
Chalky.
man.
At that break-off point, just stop, say cutting off road or whatever, or breaking off road. We'll form a wedge on you, with Charlie on the left and Delta on the right, and then we'll push up to the fire base.
Yep.
Before we get to the top of the hill, lads, we're going to stop in an FRV, and I'll probably send Fingers and one other forward to just ensure that the fire
Are
base
we
is
gonna
clear,
use what,
get
That's
fire
a
in
little
position for us,
exercise
and then he'll
outside
call
the
us up on the radio and
what
we'll
we
move in
need
and
to
form a
do,
line.
we'll identify a target from the OP. I'll get some HE down and then I'll get you to pop a limit.
Sounds good.
Sure, you've got a couple of
First.
HE.
Sounds
We're just going
good.
to push to the east and just form up in on the
You
ASR.
only have 5
Staggered
total
column, Charlie on the left, on the right.
ammunition or whatever.
On the right.
Yeah, you can console them.
Hey guys, we're going to be moving at bearings of
How many aluminum
150.
have you got? Have you got any?
We'll follow this route
None,
down.
I've got 12
We'll take the call
HEs.
formation as we
Sure.
move away.
Dietrich's
At
wrong
the
side.
Point,
32 kilograms.
Okay, drop one of the
Well,
HEs and
yes,
replace it with a aluminum.
40 kilograms. I'm the heaviest here.
we're going to move all the way down to the coast, guys.
Never been on this map.
Did you say one?
Once you're in position, grab a knee, reload your rifle, and I'll know you're good to go. Dan, stay drop behind me.
Right. Kieran, Fingers, what kind of order do you want?
Jonathan, you're on point.
Hello.
I'll be at the rear.
Behind you as well, Bob.
Come on, we're going.
Prophet and Dietrich switch place.
You cannot see me.
We're good to go.
Enough, come on. Let's go.
Just checking.
Just do a double check that your earplugs are in and your weapons are loaded.
Running speed down this road, please, towards the
Running speed.
vehicles.
Right, Chalky, when we move out, just take the first right, and then we'll be moving at running speed.
Does that?
Move now, yeah.
Alright, platoon staggered column on me.
You running or?
Yeah, hopefully, Charlie, we're going to go on the right side of the compound. Delta's going to hold somewhere.
Get in right.
Keep spacing, guys. Dietrich, back off from Prophet a bit. Prophet, back off
to
from
get
Jonathan. Yeah, that'll do.
Chalky in about 100 metres, a stop for 20 seconds for a rest break. Copy.
Hold platoon. Hold Charlie 0, copy on.
Hold up, guys. That'll begin scanning to our southeast. Spread out a bit.
Rear.
It's not effective, fire, keep moving.
Hold here, guys.
We've reached our break-off point.
Fucking
right.
2 section already
Spread out a bit,
engaged.
mate.
Okay, hold here, guys. Form arrowhead on shore.
Arrowhead on shot, you guys. Space was good before, we didn't need to get this punched in.
Can't take screenshots.
Alright, Chalky, take us off towards the top of the peak, walking pages. Walking pages.
Look, guys. The NDs and actually the personal NDs.
Our guys, 2 section, they've encountered a small patrol, they've taken them out, no casualties so far. Let's see if we can match their pace with any context we take.
Column on the right hand side of the road.
See foot mobiles at 250.
Hold.
2 section.
250 far. I'm not sure if that's 2 section.
That's 2 section.
Alright, Chalky, push on. Moving. Make sure we're not exposed on the left flank there.
Bob, interactive, do you have a BCIP?
Yes, over.
I don't.
Make sure you retrieve that off my body as well.
Copy, Hooker.
Starting up.
Hold here, guys.
You're getting a bit out of line there, mate.
Okay, again. We'll go to,
Eyes on enemy bunker to our east. Next ridge line.
Hold joking.
From me, Bob. 075 on ridge line.
It's occupied. I see a guy with a stay gun. There's at least 3 guys in the bunker.
One Charlie messenger.
Right, Delta, let's get looking to our west, southwest.
Fortified enemy positions in the Cayo. 1 confirmed static, over.
I can't even see it.
I got south. It's just on the next ridge line.
I've got like my thing room, 7,000.
Just cover in between south and west.
It's only about 700 meters off, I think. It's just the tip of it peeking over.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
It's on top of the plateau. It appears to be an enemy bunker. Classic machine gun over.
About bearing 70.
Yeah.
Sorry, to my east. Go prone, guys.
Keep moving, guys. All of them on me now.
This is one Charlie message over.
Rabbit, this is supposed to be a column.
Bob, what is it? Bob, what is it?
Oh, look, mate, yeah. Yeah, it's directly to our east, about 200 metres. You see it on the, it is rough grid 084062 or 085062.
Eyes on it.
Bearing of 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on a bearing of 72 from here.
Mortar 0 on that, go ready for fire.
My section up onto the fire base.
Yeah, set up the OP. Do that.
Alright, section, we're going to form column on chalk or single file on chalky. Chalky, take us at crouch up on the right side of those rocks up towards the fire base.
Charlie,
One individual inside that bunker is unarmed.
wait.
You sure?
Jonathan.
Coming back.
He's not on the gun.
Roger, he's standing with his
Charlie
arms
roll gun, then
down.
one behind them.
Appears to be
Now go.
I don't know.
Same order as before.
Sucks to be him. If he's in a bunker, follow his surge.
Got a dagger. Oh, ACRE.
Rock scared me then. Moving out the ground. Moving up to chalky.
No, stay in single file.
Back up, guys, back up. Pick up all.
Okay, fingers, just get the section all round the fence by that first rock.
Don't know which rock you mean.
Around the 10 meters.
Bob, which rock are you talking about?
The first rock that guys are sitting next to.
That's getting around fence up here, guys. Hey, Dietrich, I want you pointing to our east. Paddock, you're pointing northeast. You're right north. Prophet, you're northwest. Nothing, you're west.
No, we don't need them. We got some here.
You are southwest.
Shove them with their feet and you need to run around.
Just drop on the ground and
Pick them up again in a second if we didn't.
Sorry, pingers, I didn't hear where you said I was going.
You're southwest.
Southwest.
Upgrade is up back.
Look at these stars. They're so amazing. I love them. There's Paddock and someone else.
Barbed wire up there.
Barbed wire?
They're in about 3.6. Oh no, 3.55. Barbed wire a bit far.
I'm not seeing anything.
Mixed in with a couple bushes, it's quite real far. It's like
Hey Ben, from your position, can you get eyes on 2 Charlie's OP over?
yeah, it's barbed wire that. depends.
It doesn't look like there's anything marked on the map, but I don't know.
I think patrol is alert. Bearing 60.
Oh shit, my head.
Oh, we got 4-man patrol about 500 meters out towards 60.
Yeah, seen. Copy that. If your mortar team takes out that bunker, we should be good at it. Copy that. If the mortar team takes it out. So when you bring the section up, Delta crawling along the ridge at 60. Charlie are going to be along the ridge at 100. We're going to pull to the edge.
Okay, guys, we're going to take one.
Copy.
It's on me.
Got someone moving up.
It's on me, we're moving up. Charlie, prepare to move as well. Delta, we're going to be crawling along the ridge at 60 into a good prime position on that patrol. Charlie, you're going to be just to our right. Hit the deck. Ready to move, Bob.
To the right, fingers.
Charlie to the right, yeah, and fall directly out.
Negative.
You want me to be on your left, fingers?
Ready.
Stay on my left.
I want you
on my right.
to
Actually, yeah.
illumine round after you've eliminated.
Yeah, one on my left.
100.
That works.
Facing 100,
The
Charlie.
illumine round on
Yeah.
the objective map.
In fact, Chalky, bring it up to 80.
80, copy.
Push right to the edge of that
We're
ridge.
going to do that after that bunker has been eliminated.
Let's go, guys.
And then it's necessary to say no more than 5 for the maximum. Hold just behind this crest. Let's get a quick peek into the valley.
Eyes on 2 infantry patrolling left-hand side of the...
Spread out to my left, guys.
Can anybody in Charlie not see the helicopter? If you can't, you need to keep calling.
Got a couple contacts.
I can see the helicopter, but not much else in front of the firebase.
You see right in front of the helicopter, there's a bunker there on that culverin fob.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, fingers. Delta is going to be engaging the enemy infantry out in the open, bearing between 40 and 80. I also want you to engage the bunker up at the top if the mortar attack on it fails. So have one of your guys concentrating on that bunker. Charlie, we're going to engage first the bunker at the right of the compound at bearing 80. We're going to move in and engage the infantry in the middle of the compound and then switch fire finally to the bunker at the left side of the compound.
The range from here to that bunker is 465.
Yeah, 60.
Thinking what that red flash was.
Jonathan and Dietrich, you're focusing
Not sure,
on
it might be one of... Oh.
It was your laser on your designator.
Oh yeah.
They shit to the left.
Yeah, they are moving back towards the base.
Between moving in front of the bunker. Your fob.
Moving back into the base.
He sees an MG position just...
Bob, patrols have withdrawn into the FOB.
Copy that. Okay, both fingers concentrate. Obviously that bunker on the hill. Your bunker on the left side and then move into the infantry in the FOB.
Is he not a static at the gate?
So copy.
Yeah, it looks like there is a MG position there.
Okay guys, we're holding for 2 sections to move to their fire base and then the mortars will engage the bunker on the hill and then we will be weapons free, weapons green when I give the go order. I'll just get on the radio and say fire, you begin engaging targets at will in the priority order.
What's the static commander at the gate? Was it last?
Second. Moving right to left. Sweep
That. He's in
Here's new range.
5 round or 9. 8. I mean 5 round or.
Guys, approximate range from our position is between
Is there a
4
range?
and 500.
400 500 meters. What were you saying?
Is there
Lean more towards the 500.
Can't range.
is there range adjustment for this weapon?
Your red dot on that CCO is ranged to 300.
Compensate.
Be slightly.
I think it just aims. I think it's like auto zeroed.
Alright, cool. Nice.
Not just adjust.
Bang. Bang, 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 bang. I just killed the whole army.
Eyes on 2 section. Where are they? Just to our right. Green.
150.
The large compounds at 80 degrees.
So the order of fire is first priority is the bunker. Once all targets in the bunker are down,
Oh.
and we'll be start engaging any infantry complex exposed in the open. They're all down. Concentrate fire on the FOB and A targets you see in there.
Fucking batter that with as many HE as you
So
can.
Prophet, you'll be firing first, then the AR and MG will open up. Wait for the order to fire there, Prophet.
Fingers, I want you to send one guy very slowly forward and just check the dead grounds while front, make sure there's nothing
Patrol's gone out the back gate and moving anti-clockwise around the base. One of them looks like he's been alerted.
Time the other section's about to be set for the assault. Do what you can to get it zeroed and ready to fire.
See that?
There you are.
Looks like they may have spotted 2 section.
We'll leave those HCs down there then and pick some new ones. We'll help you carrying it.
Yeah, they've been alerted. By the looks of it.
I think he's been running around for a bit though, so it should be good.
You want me to keep pushing up?
Negative, don't push too far, just so you get eyes into the dead ground, make sure there's nothing there.
The immediate dead ground in front of us is clear, but there's still more difficulties in front.
You're going to have to deploy some of your assets to engage the bunker on the hill at 60 degrees.
Dante, when you scoped out that bunker, the right hand side,
going to lay down
close corner, was
fucking
the
more
targets in
barrage
you
onto
can
that
see.
main FOB.
Wait one.
Looks like
Fingers, Bob, looks like
It looks like there's a possible 2 in there, from what I can see.
marksman to engage that as a priority.
Do you have eyes?
But if I need to concentrate fire on that until it's dealt with, then shift
Yeah,
back.
looks about.
Yeah, good job. Just make sure your machine gunner suppresses any traces that come up towards us.
Looks good.
Cover that.
That looks good.
Charlie, you're still going to be prioritising the bunker on the right and then working your way into the middle and the bunker on the left.
Roger, we are coming up there. It will take a while to set up again.
One-man patrol heading right,
You aim for the center of the bunker and take
heading
out
out south of the base.
before it can unleash some serious harm. After that, anything else up on that hill.
Get anything in that tree line far to our
Estimates
east,
are saying about
100, 110. You know,
Edwards, 2 Charlie is starting to close.
just see the tree line. And the
Fingers, I
So
cleared
if you
the
buildings
death
up
light
there,
in front of
you'll
us, but there's
Yeah.
still more death
Oh my
light.
god, there's a
I
hole.
don't want to go too close
Never
to
bought to the map.
100 meters in front, we're good.
But you just run right next to me, we can actually run.
Oh shit.
it's for automatic rifle lock with an ACOG.
If you can drop it.
I think so.
Or is it?
The Hoover's going. I wish to close my window.
Deploy your
I'll try to carry.
guys to ensure more accurate
Because I
shots.
got a weapon.
Because I thought the ACOG would be much better and it's used more, I think, you know.
Because your weapon doesn't have one.
I got a weapon on my bed.
Alright, good. Drop.
Yeah.
Right, patrol pretty much heading towards us.
Yeah, you can see.
Patrol.
Good enough. You get up, whole prepped around.
400.
Deploy your prem.
Charge one again.
No, because you haven't got a bipod, you
Okay,
can
charge one, but
press
yeah,
while
after
prone,
we
you've got a
calculate.
bipod. It's a bike count.
The range is about 500.
There's only that March I will pick them up later on.
Speed advise 85 and
remaining
some
rounds.
Yeah.
come closer.
It's not that much anymore, so.
20 meter space in patrol, so
We're
it's
down and
moving towards 2 section.
It's 4 guys with heavy weapons.
keep an eye on that guy on the right of that door. Derek, I got the guy on the rear. Okay. Three.
Right.
Right guys, just before the engagement starts, I'm going to give you a delayed fire control order. Do not open fire until you hear me say the words fire.
How long is it going to take to
As
set?
we do that, Prophet, you're going to be firing first, remember?
Right.
Everyone else waits till you hear the marksman rifle fire.
5.
Also press any
Form on
context.
patrol, spaced out.
Absolutely, yeah. That bunker is way to basically riddle it with bullets.
What about the...
Godfather, the scene where Sonny dies. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Bob, we got a 4-man patrol moving out of the base towards the south.
Charge.
2 sections position. Sprint in.
They seem alerted now.
Yeah, they're grabbing cover.
They alerted.
Yeah, they're alerted.
One machine gun heading.
Alerted 2 section. I looked at it. Wait, maybe not.
Yo, charge this one.
Calm down for some reason straight away.
That more ready now.
Three contacts in the field to the east.
Are you ready on charge one rounds?
What should I go on?
Chalky, have someone in charge.
I'm ready.
In fact, yeah, Paddock, I want you to, when I give the fire control order, you'll prioritise.
You're ready to fire.
Chalky,
Fire.
you still go for the bunker. And
Flash round out as soon as you can.
the other guy is Dante. Dante,
Yeah, you
you'll
make it.
switch from the 4 to the bunker.
They're moving back
Firing.
into the FOB, I believe.
Section, enemy to your front.
That's
Rapid,
load it.
Did he forget what he was gonna say?
Load it.
Fire.
Load it.
Fire.
Load it.
I think Bob's still transferred.
That's rounds. Oh no, one.
fire!
Into the bunker.
Charlie fire team, hold fire.
It's 20 seconds.
Charlie hold.
Cease on the bunker, cease on... no, don't cease on the bunker, shit.
Charlie fire team, the bunker at the rear of the compound, 80 degrees, rapid fire.
Fire more hit.
Ready for all
Patrol's back up.
Close down.
Higher, higher.
Reloaded.
Targets in the bunker suppressed, moving to engage the FOB.
Patrol's back up again.
Nice.
Down, down.
Okay, so fire to the...
Like I see.
Machine gunners, hold fire.
some. Apparently here. Something is dropped down.
Marksman and rifleman,
Oh,
watch
I
and
have-
shoot,
I have still
watch
HQ
and
left.
shoot.
Yeah, there's some here, but I pick them up then.
Charlie's there. Actually.
Is that parachute on then?
It's a flare, it's a flare.
He wants to pop another aluminium there. Edwards,
Very nice, Prophet.
wants to pop another aluminium over there.
Oh, that one.
Movement far northern,
Lay out this one.
Yeah, one more.
northwest bunker.
Some guy at the bunker.
Charlie fire team, engage targets in the fire compound.
Press it.
No more.
Hold fair.
He's in cover. Another one near the entrance, in the
Delta fire
entrance.
team, the bunkers to the right of the entrance, 3 cars, watch and shoot that area, enemy target.
Someone just took cover near that bunker near the entrance.
Up in that bunker on the hill. Copy that, keep your marksman and the machine gunner on that. Over.
Nice suppressing, Bob.
Ammunition go.
Machine gunner is still holding fire as ordered.
Negative, it's not priority this time. Blue's been disabled by the HE garage already, haven't
Okay, yeah, just keep scanning the town now.
Gonna head down there, there's
About
like
the
2
FOB.
rounds still there.
You get pounded pretty hard.
Oh, that's perfect. A little bit too fast.
Did the
was
other
it?
one not work or something?
They just go out after a while.
The other one just hit the ground for me.
That one was shot a lot lower. If you fire them
That
higher,
might
they take
move
a while.
once
They burn out.
aluminum has dispersed it.
Seen them before.
Nice work,
decent.
Della.
Movement entrance, right bunker.
He's on.
He's down.
Machine gun.
2 section, you are cleared to move it over.
Did it not last longer than that?
Not sure.
Okay guys, there's 2 bunkers on the right, 2 bunkers on the left. The bunker at the rear is bunker 1 on the right, the bunker at the front on the right is bunker 2. On the left side, the bunker at the rear is bunker 3, the front is bunker 4, in case I need to give a quick fire over.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm familiar with what he means, so
Charlie
680
start
on
moving
elimination
the
ready.
objective from the east.
we're
and
inside,
operating up
we're
your
inside the
OP over.
FOB, and we look the northwest one is bunker 1, and northeast one is bunker 2.
Alright guys, we're going to start pushing towards the OP itself. We're going to move in fighting bounding.
Just picked up a grenade then. The hell?
Each time fight team 2 just move up to us. Delta fight team prepare to give cover. Charlie fight team prepare to move.
Do not leave yourself exposed to that direction.
Copy that. Move. Fingers when you bound if you move to the anti-tank on the left. Copy that, left side.
Right, Charlie down.
Delta move.
C-section moving in.
Okay guys, we've got friendlies at 100.
Do you mean the ones over to our...
Left.
Yeah, over to the left, yeah. We're going to be pushing straight out on 80. When we get down next, there won't be any cover.
That.
Copy that.
Delta, prepare to give cover. Charlie, prepare to move. Move. Get down, firing line on me.
Down.
Down.
Delta, prepare to move. Charlie will give cover. Move.
Is that friendly smoke or enemy?
Could be, I believe.
Friendlies.
Pushed up there.
I was just thinking they could have front smoke to retreat or something.
The past or staying here?
Just in line, just in line. Charlie, prepare to move. Cover, Charlie, move.
Wow. Push the fucking lean button.
That's fun.
Down. Delta, move.
Check that one got line set it.
One guy laying down, checking him out.
Down.
That's up. Oh,
Alright guys, we're going to hold here for a sec, let 2 sections in.
over this wall. Hold on, I'm gonna test the frag. Hold on, guys, hold on. Frag out. 110.
Sorry, lobby last.
He's down.
Okay guys, Charlie's going to peel left round the back of Delta. We're tasked with clearing the northern side of the fire team. So Charlie, when you get up, turn left and prepare to follow me. Charlie, prepare to move. Move.
Fuck paddock.
Line on me,
Fingers
winch up, just get to the wall by the entrance.
No,
Jump in the corner.
Left turn, you mean?
Alright, fingers push up.
alright, get ready to breach.
That's clear.
Breach.
1, breach south, breach south.
What have we got around the corner, Boogie?
No entrance, just a wall all the way along by the looks of it. From what I can see anyway.
They'll stack up on the entrance.
Fingers, when you can push inside the compound and just clear the left side, the northern side. I'm going to take Charlie and a clearance patrol on the outside.
110 behind the tactical.
Alright, copy. Chalk your weapons up, just bring us along the length of the wall and
Crouch.
around the rear corner.
Don't forget to check the bodies.
Carry on with that.
Shopping,
Okay, pretty
4
bop.
6, bullet each the body.
6 quid.
We'll push on the right side of these stairs.
Left clear.
Requires guys.
Falling off 6, what's Charlie?
Chalk, you look down the wall, is there an entrance?
Yeah, we got an entrance here, and a second MG position by the looks of it. I'm sure it is occupied over.
Alright, copy that. Push towards the entrance, keeping eyes on the MG position.
Copy that.
Machine gun on the right side of the head.
He's at a large bunker.
Northern, you see
Yeah,
that
so
northern
one of them's got the flashlight on
on
for
the
some reason.
northeastern entrance. There's a little sandbag there. Set up on that at 30 degrees from our position. That'd be awesome.
Clear as bunker, gents.
Roger.
It's clear.
Bunker to the northwest, clear.
South side is clear.
Kieran, where exactly do you mean? This one?
Bunker 2 is clear.
Here, Kieran.
Okay, Delta, I want you to set up to the
Right,
bunker
can I get team
covering
2
to
inside
the
this bunker?
north and east.
And Timmy and I will just stay here. You two keep eyes on the road.
On this one, I'm facing down the road.
Yeah, just moving up a little so I don't have those.
Westward.
Just keep eyes left.
Twiggy. Like,
Good
the
there.
road, then right. You watch
So you get the grenadier, just hold
Yeah.
here. Be ready to put HE out and then if it comes to the way.
Well, when you cover, guys covering
Chalky,
160,
if you
okay.
push down
Right
about
flank,
50 metres.
Push
Chalky, if you move to that petrol, no,
I'm gonna
too
grab a
slow.
blast
Yeah, just hold here.
Bob, you said to keep the HEs prepped, right?
Just stand by, ready to pop HE if anything comes over that hill at bearing 100.
Okay. Arrange it in now.
Okay, guys, plan is we're going to hold here in a defensive position and wait for instructions.
Got vehicles coming down the road.
Vehicles coming! Vehicles coming!
Fire deck coming down the road.
Get ready, get an NLR out.
Fan low! Fan low!
We're clear to engage, Bob.
HEs do anything to them?
Yeah, they will, yeah.
HE's on the front deck, yeah.
Yeah. Get them out.
Big engage! Fire their loss!
Negative, negative!
Back blast! Never mind.
Now get in the bunker, Twiggy.
You guys okay? Everyone good?
Contact up on the left.
Yep.
Delta's good.
Back.
Just
Fuck in.
punch it out, punch it, some water. What?
We don't hit these.
Fire.
Ceasefire.
driver's dead.
Good job there, Twiggy.
Well, it is.
Watch and shoot. Watch and shoot.
I'm dead.
Okay.
I still got the
Saxon, you okay?
Yep, just
You guys
fine.
all good?
Fingers. Any
What's going on?
Again, the injuries from the...
Be advised, Bob, I believe Fingers is losing connection.
Awesome shot there, Twiggy. Fucking good job, mate.
But from...
The other got hit by an in-law as well.
Someone hit one of the fences in front of the vehicle.
Like, barely or anything.
Yeah, we took no casualties. Both vehicles are down.
Russian vehicles.
I'm trying to sort it out in the meantime.
Have we checked bodies?
They'll just keep one guy with eyes east. As you were, eyes north.
Well, you have my permission.
Good reaction there, guys. Chalky, how many rounds you got?
They're not really required. I mean, I have them. I'm not using them.
Max, 2 frags.
Yeah, I think I can see better without them now. You're not in the CD, but...
You have 18.
Yeah, sorry, I've
that's
got
why
80
we're
still,
just
it's just hidden on
down
my back. Just keeps getting in the way.
How many mix?
Vehicle audio north.
Like Max.
Bodnik, Bodnik.
Vehicle left. Engage.
Delta engage. Haddock shift positions. You get eyes on that one. Marksman engage.
Gunner's down. Gunner's down.
Admiral on the left vehicle, man. Admiral on the left vehicle. Left vehicle.
Engage the left vehicle with quarters. 2 seconds. With 80. Chalky, take out that left vehicle.
Down, 10 down.
Got a heavy gun on the top of that, Bob.
Yeah, hit it with the in-law.
Back last.
Clear.
Clear.
Rocket.
Got a lock on. There we go.
Okay, Delta, back up. Resume firing.
Bang, man.
More audio.
Vaccine. Oh my god.
Contact left on the rocks. He's down. First coordinate.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Still more. I can hear more over the ridge line.
Charlie, yeah, we've got
She's
One guy dismounting, one guy still behind it. Copy that.
Saxon.
Hold fire.
She's fire. Saxon,
Back up.
One back up behind the body.
One guy behind the vehicle.
Okay, guys, watch and shoot on the vehicles for any movement. Any movement at all, your weapons green.
We'll cover 160 traffic, cover 70 degrees, me Saxon will cover 100 degrees, everyone understand?
It's moving.
Shoot the driver.
We'll come up, what rounds have you got, mate?
I have half a mag left.
What, 200 round bell?
249 bell and 249 bell. Or 200 rounds down. I'm going to stop firing. Bill, you want me to move to you? I have a lot of ammo, we can swap.
Twiggy, if you can take a shot at the driver, do it.
Red on M249, I mean, it's done a
Combo you, save
Alright, Dead say, how many mags you got?
5 mags, one's almost depleted.
249, 200 round bells. Yeah, this done 9 rounds.
How many mags you got?
The 7.62, it has to penetrate.
Two boxes.
Yeah.
Combo, what's your ammo status?
Yeah.
Squid said something about needing more UGL ammo.
I'm short on UGLs too.
That game on, keep eyes on target, we'll get an ace. I'll get a full ace report in a second. Just get back to the driver's seat, doesn't move out today,
intense.
Do you have loads of box magazines still?
I heard him yelling.
I'm down to 2.
We need to steal one. But the one stuff driving.
There's a road up there as
Dude,
well.
don't waste RAM on the void negatives, let the dudes thing.
What's in that?
You can still, yeah, don't waste your ammo though.
What's that?
Moving away the vehicle.
The machine gun or not take the tires off.
How's he not dead?
He was driving.
Machine gun is not
Waste of
taking
ammo, waste of ammo.
Oh.
Ceasefire on the tactical. Just leave it. Wait.
It's about counting people
fire
die.
off the weapons we know is in dismount. Yeah, so you keep
Paddock,
eyes
where are
on
you, Paddock?
The rest of your still cover
Nearly
designated sectors.
Yes,
Oh, man.
yeah, Vorleg's on fire there.
Giving you mags.
Yeah, that was a remote controlled gun.
Yeah, as well. Still expect more counterattacks will be in your A game still.
D-Shirts is just having connection issues and
Alright, you should be
just
good.
want to get an extra mag.
Wait.
Can you believe this shit? That was crazy.
It's fake, just people not knowing how downloads
That was
work.
awesome.
Okay. You get a clear shot on the driver of that second vehicle for your marksman. Try and take him out.
Miss. Fire with 556. 556 doesn't do anything to
Come on, where did you lose shit?
Cease with the 556, it does nothing to them. 760 or better.
The machine gun or not take the tires.
But you're clear, by the way.
He's just wasting ammo.
First of all, is that bulletproof?
Yeah.
Glass?
Right next to the door.
It is, but 762 can get 3, you're carrying 662.
Yeah, we'll only have 3 mags, like your shot.
Oh, there's always.
Traffics, get me a nasal
driving
report.
there. DPMG gun on it. It's completely cut the window.
To me.
Hey firm, I'll get you a full aid
Yellow on an
report,
ammo,
possibly,
no injuries.
Combo.
Get Saxon, get me a AT ready. Hit that pod, Nick. 20 degrees.
Alright, Delta, fire 2 sections going to engage you with AT.
Yeah.
You will survive.
Hit that pod, Nick.
How stupid are you?
Clear back blast.
Clear back blast.
Back blast,
Oh,
clear.
duck, Jin, stuck. He's going to come straight over us.
Fire.
Charlie, go rocket.
Boom.
So you went left.
That's a message.
Well, that was exciting.
Assault rifle, ammo green, marksman, rifle, ammo green, GPMG and automatic rifleman ammo yellow.
Possible, ever. As I said,
Negative injuries and
We'll have no AT.
You can see like 2 lines.
We'll have HEs. Beautiful
Are you
HEs.
in ammunition?
Check. Yellow. Orange.
Orange, yeah, I'll see you.
Can somebody spare 5.56 mags do you carry? I have 5 on me.
Well,
Alright, do you not have any in a backpack?
Negative.
249, is it? Yep. Okay, spread your GLs you need, don't you?
how many bags you got?
And I'm injured and
One full, 2 used.
Stanics and I'll be fine. I'll be presenting UGLs.
2, this is 0, this is 2, that's
Jonathan,
stand by for a support.
We got 3.
8
Oh, she's
for
so
1
high.
times injury from grenade. Yellow on ammunition, could do with resupplying Stanex, marksman ammo, and UGLs and 200
I
rounds.
go to Paddock. I think I accidentally gave him a use mag.
Black on AT, could do with more of that.
Kieran, we have 2
I
times.
think I accidentally gave you a use mag one.
2 times.
Yeah, I've got
Me and
2
Squid.
completely, it's full now.
Do you need an extra one?
2 times.
Have you got
I got 4.
Next well.
there's 1, then we'll have 3 each.
Standing pretty close.
0,
to
this
the-
is one Charlie message.
Yeah,
Over.
let me access
Do
you.
you need couple? Do you need Stanex?
Apologies, I forgot marksman rifle 762.
I
I'll
grabbed
need a resupply now.
3.
So over.
Like I used them.
milkshake brings other boys to the yard. They're like, it's better than yours, damn right.
Fingers update, I have 3. I just gave 1.
Alright guys, the plan is 2 sections going to head back to base. They're going to grab all the ammunition that they can and bring it up.
Okay, guys.
They're also going to bring us a resupply of 18. Delta, you're going to remain in the bunker, covering the north and the east. Charlie, we're going to cover the main entrance.
Delta, let's go on me.
LV2 on the northwestern side of the MI8.
How many
Bob, do you want me to relocate in the bunker to the right on the road?
Dante and Paddock move to the bunker south.
Roger.
Do you want us to take the medic with us?
I want that bunker. I want it.
3 magazines on the floor there, man.
Back in the way we came, or?
Probably empty, yeah. Dunno.
Okay, Fingers, they want 360 security, so just send 2 guys to the bunker to your west.
Right, I'm in the bunker.
So, got me touched on the road or
Alright guys, move in on the other side again, hold formation.
you corky took him.
Okay, medic, are you with us?
Yeah, right behind you.
Alright, 1 section, really good job, excellent on that first patrol. I'll give it a couple of minutes, make sure there's no more enemy contact, and I'll give you a in-depth brief on the second patrol while we're waiting.
I need a slash quickly.
Yeah, I'll cover for you. Oh, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Damn right, it's better than yours.
Alright guys, if you'll go prone in your bunkers and look at your maps, don't worry, I'll keep eyes out. We're going to be moving to the compound 091061, and we're going to be setting up a fire base from that, or an OP from that position towards the town of Cayo. 2 sections are going to move to the compound 090059. We're going to move in and clear the northern part of Cayo, and the eastern part of Cayo. How that's going to happen is we're going to patrol towards the T-junction from the compound that we are in our OP in Arrowhead. We're going to move up to the buildings at, or the building at 09290605. From there, we're going to move out onto the road. Charlie will take the 3 buildings on the northern side of the road. Delta will take the 3 buildings on the southern side of the road. Once that northern part is clear, Charlie is going to move down the MSR towards the bus station area. Delta is going to move down the ASR to the where it says C in Cayo. Charlie fire team, Delta fire team, you're going to clear all the compounds in grid 093059, all the buildings in 093059. Charlie fire team is going to clear everything east of the ASR to the east of the church. Delta fire team, once you've secured all your areas, set up all around the fence in the church, and Charlie will move in on you. Anyone not understand the plan? I'll re-go over it from FB2. Sorry, our OP, I will go over it again. Okay guys, maps out away and back out eyes.
Fingers AFK, 30 seconds.
Roger that, Fingers, Jonathan, you've got 70 commands to get back.
Dante, come here, 170 from my position. There's like a black thing just in the middle of the field. It's just, is it a pole or something?
170.
An oil rig.
I think it's a sign hanging on the fence.
Sign.
Yeah.
Fucking shit, I mean, why don't we just use ACOGs?
Don't know. Probably don't. I don't know whether it fits or not. There's probably a way.
We not just. I don't think is it a mod that we use for this rifle?
I don't know. I don't know whether that like the gun actually uses that, but it's probably what we actually service IRA. Or
There's not a rail on it for a boat.
I don't know. Oh.
Charlie 0, can you make sure you bring my mortar gunner back with you guys when you return over?
Shane, break like a diamond. Shit, look at those beautiful stars.
Yeah, copy that. They needed marksman rounds and GPMG over. Make sure you bring both of the N-laws in addition.
Yeah.
No, the brake bends, doesn't it?
It's the best cover I've ever seen. We're gonna get to go in it. Yeehaw. Ride 'em, cowboy. Door on the right, Charlie on the left.
Is back on station.
Germany's 1-0 up.
My god.
Oh, 11 minutes. Side-footed volley in the 6-yard, outside the 6-yard box.
Don't think Brazil will be winning this one.
I don't understand why fucking Luis is captain. There's not more experienced players in the team. Right, Maicon. Early lows given in to these critics for the alarms and right back.
My mate was saying that the last time Brazil, or one of the times that Brazil lost a World Cup, there was like mass suicides, and apparently there might be more this time.
He said that they will riot and everything. He did say that. He did say that they would riot and all that. And also recently, because of, you know, like rushed everything, every building and all that, all the building.
Yeah.
Bridges collapsed because they took the scaffolding down, killed someone, so they've been kicked off about that. They landed on a bus.
Fucking hell.
Big white fucking concrete thing landed on a bus, but only the front end, so I think it killed the driver, that's it.
No, I think I saw that on the news, isn't it? Like one of the highways collapsed or something like that.
choose better venues for the World Cup. I don't know how Qatar got it. Also, how did Brazil get it? The only one that is it France in 18?
Russia, isn't it?
Russia. It's Russia or France in 2018.
Yeah, I think it's Russia. Then
They're the only ones which haven't complained yet.
No. Like, have Qatar even?
Rivalry, they'll win it.
Yeah, have Qatar ever made it into the World Cup?
No. Never will.
Because it would have gone to Australia, I think. Which that probably would have been
yeah.
better choice as well.
I think England's the backup country for any World Cup.
I think we was gonna try and get the venue for one of them. Not sure which one was 18 or the next one, 22.
Like 26, 26 or something. 26, yeah. Or 2030. I think we were back up for Brazil in case Brazil went to pot, which it already has.
Yeah.
It's like we don't even need to build stadiums. All we need to do is build one World Cup stadium. We're done, aren't we?
I mean, they'd probably build like 2 extra ones and that'd be it, probably.
You need World Cup stadium, which is the main focus of the World Cup, like the Olympic Stadium.
Yeah.
Maybe one of them, but you got like Man United, Chelsea, City, which are some of the biggest stadiums in the world. Wembley. The Olympic Stadium as well,
Yeah.
Alright guys, 2 sections are bringing in GPMG ammo, an N-law for us and some marksman ammo.
Cover that.
No Stanex.
And so how many HE grenades you got left? Big grenade launcher.
It's 12 and then 9 smoke and 3 flare.
Nice, fine, I'm gonna play shit up later.
Boom boom. I want to use one of those flares, I've never used them before.
I think it's, when we're clearing the town, we're just going to move nice and easy, nice and slow. We'll move quadrant by quadrant so that we stay relatively close to each other in case we need to flank and support.
Yeah, just remember there's possible civilians in the town.
Quadrant.
Like literally the bit that we're in, don't move out of that bit until I've cleared my bit.
I see.
What?
No, just them on the radio. Fucking legs.
What'll absolutely kick off if Germany absolutely give it to Brazil and just absolutely smash them something nil.
I had high hopes for Colombia and Mexico.
Bob, this is machine gunner. Is there any GPMG ammo for?
Croatia and Mexico were one of the good teams to watch.
Yeah.
Nice to watch play.
Yeah, there should be snacks coming your way.
Cover that, thanks.
Croatia should have beat Brazil easily on the opening game.
Even USA as well, like.
Say we're good, yeah.
England, so
the shit teams were decent teams. Were the better teams to watch than the bigger teams.
Yeah.
Bob, is there any Arma over there?
Apparently Germany after the first game struggled, so did France. Brazil always struggled throughout the competition. That's it really, innit? England just did terrible.
Spain.
Any 200 rounds Danik?
Well struggled, and then he played the B team on the final group game and smashed them.
No, they've got 3 minutes each.
Agree that the multi-story at like 130 is the
Copy that, so none for Jonathan then.
Everybody hated Roy Hodgson because he played a safe team every game, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, when we played Italy, we did alright, but after that, the other games weren't all that.
We were quite a big one to go out in the group. Costa Rica did play really good, to be honest. Holland or Germany really. Argentina, I've just
Yeah, Jonathan should still have 3 mags of it.
I think they found we're just getting greedy.
If only Suarez, if Uruguay played Italy before England and Suarez did what he did, we might have stood a chance.
that long ball over the top. Gerard shouldn't have even. Gerard should have got it, and I don't know what Cayo and Cahill are doing. You need to put Cahill and someone else and just drop Cayo. He didn't play all season. Who do you play? Because Morwin and Christian, Morwin and fucking Bill Jones play this season.
Bob, where's his GPMG ammo?
Whereabouts were you going to head?
I want United to sign Hummels. Hummels would be amazing. I'm looking at these Champions League qualifications. 8-0 on aggregate. 6-3 on aggregate. It's terrible.
The jaw is killing me.
Yeah, we're just waiting on new section to come back, and then we'll get ammo from them.
Roger that.
I don't know if it means anything to you guys, but the entrance to the HQ building where there's barbed wire is this side.
I don't think the sand has moved in the last 30 minutes.
And fuck you, screenshot button. Don't want to work. I don't give a shit. I'll just draw my own pictures. I've just drew at my desk. Like a twat. Lovely.
Okay, one section, change of plan due to eyes on a military compound. We're basically going to move direct east from here to grid 093061, and then we're going to advance south to the wall at grid 09360611. We're going to clear those northern buildings and then push through to the edge of those buildings, push through the trees in the south, and just clear south in a section line, moving nice and steadily forward, while 2 section deal with all the compounds around the HQ building.
Copy. Can we confirm the HQ building is the one with the NATO marker on?
That is the marker for HQ, and we're looking at that area, and it appears to be heavily fortified, so we're guessing yes.
Alright, roger that.
Resupply is 1 mic out.
It's not gonna end well. Oh, no it does not.
We're just moving down the A side.
We'll clear that, we'll move around that wall, like Charlie around the next one.
The Hibbity Scott. We should get into the helicopter and do an airborne operation.
I don't know why, but I just want
to all get into the jeeps. It's like race. Just get hit by rockets. The walls and all dismount, just go like Spec Ops style.
could probably take a couple of those, well, that one Vodnik that's left.
No, there's loads of jeeps inside.
Oh yeah.
3 jeeps. Do like the American SWAT when they're taking out like a drug den. Hang off the side of the vehicle and just ran through the front door. They're just all running through the rubble.
I wish we used like a mod for on operations where you could like lean out of vehicles and use your gun and stuff.
Never stop a wolfhound. System. Very weird.
I really want to use the flashlight for some reason. I don't know why.
I can use the flash.
Say again?
What is it? Shift out or control out?
Shift out is it should show you how the fuck. Oh, you should bring up a little thing on the side saying whether it's on a flashlight or laser, and then I think it's just L. But
I don't have a light to work because I want a machine gun.
oh yeah. Meh.
Follow my 6.
I only get a tripod which you can't really use.
Fingers if you regroup with me by the entrance.
FK for 1 minute.
I'm here to relieve you.
Was there a message just then? Sorry, I had to go. Give 5 seconds.
Do you know where we're meant to go?
Just
No fucking idea.
Purple tape.
Okay.
Just move in it.
Just let Kieran make a power and then leave.
Yeah, see that 200 round belt?
That's just fingers. Delta should be back in the bunkers.
Charlie team's got 2 section in their bunker now. Will we move in?
Carry any AT rounds?
Just wait until instructed. So.
Right, copy that.
Medic, HE rounds. Shit now.
Did one of the rockets when we were taking out the vodnits hit the fencing in front of the Meg?
It missed or something, I don't know.
I think it hit one of the fences in front of it.
We mean the wire mesh stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, the RPG guardrails, the things that are designed to stop rockets.
No, the proper white oil rig. Fence, because I had it on a cellar once. We were trying to take an AA out and we thought it took about 5 AT4s. But we went up close
Okay,
to it.
all of one section move to the northern bunker.
Ammunition is on the north side of the mag.
Off we trot.
Yes,
I think it's here clear to organise which is like.
No way road entrance. Look at your map.
Ta-ta, lads.
Yeah, Roger. 1 second.
Okay, we're going to resupply,
Yeah,
then Charlie will resupply after us.
Well,
Let's go.
Charlie, you should all be in the bunker covering.
Yeah, take what you need.
Bob fingers, there's no end law here.
Fuckers.
You've just signed our death.
Section stomach.
Repeat last.
Mind you, I did steal 3 of their magazines.
They dropped them on the floor though.
So yeah, there were 3 full mags that they dropped on the floor.
I told you, Dante, you could have had 3
I thought they dropped them because they're like empty.
Still gonna nick them.
I went, there's 3 mags on the floor and Dante went, no, that's probably empty. What passed it when all I heard was you in the back.
Pack 3,
Yes,
probably
3
get
mags.
mag out, maybe.
Yeah. Do you know if we're allowed to use flashlights when we get into town?
You have to ask Bob that.
Okay. Wasn't sure if you mentioned it before or not.
I got given something about 10 bullets in the box of what do you call it? I think his name. Gave me a box magazine with about 10 bullets. My 3rd box, but I've repacked it.
7.5 mags again.
I got 3 full magazines, kinda. A bit.
Just behind you.
So what is my red dot aimed at 300?
Is this an empty Endlaw on the floor here? Okay, I wasn't sure if they dropped it or something.
Sometimes lets you pick up the used animal stuff. You can pick up
You mean?
towards the ASR.
Charlie out the bunker now.
Where are we off to?
We're gonna resupply.
Okay.
No AT, but some ammo here.
God's sake.
You guys get what's left. Don't be
Yes.
afraid. Just take everything you can.
This stuff that's left.
This is what's left.
One box.
Stand by for more Stanax.
200 rounds.
What the fuck did I just do? Look where my AT's gone. I've dropped them all on my little here. I've dropped them here.
Don't we got any grenades, Dante? How are you for them?
I'm good for them.
Anybody want to take these hand grenades off?
Okay, guys, prep to move. 1 minute.
Okay.
Does anyone else want the rest of the Stanax? Because I'm good.
Just have 2 hand grenades. I'm absolutely terrible with them.
I still haven't been able to fix my installation, so I can't pick them up.
Yeah, I'm swapping them out for GPS.
No one wants GPMG ammo.
Down the road and hold like what's the time of flight?
Good, where do we head back to?
Back to thingy.
Alright.
Session
What we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna move at compound 10, which is well, you guys don't know that. It's gonna be on the north side of the road, straight on this.
0, this is one message.
Side of the road straight.
Yeah, that one won't hold 100.
You mean you want me to move to compound 10 or move?
Staggered or what?
Hold. Yeah, sorry, just getting orders, mate. Sorry, just getting orders.
1 second, I'm just turning my light.
Yeah, we're gonna hold at building 090061, which is just east. You can see it over there. You see it?
Yes.
Hold at that
What
building.
formation do you want?
We're gonna move in a staggered column. Delta.
Staggered column.
Shit, I have to keep doing that. Yeah, Delta on the
Okay,
left. Charlie on the
one
right.
section form up outside the wall on me.
Same again, mate.
Came back.
Side Dante.
Okay.
Two is moving.
Okay. We'll be moving, first of all, to the rock formation.
Just move straight towards right, not along the road.
Yeah, Roger.
Yeah,
I want us
Delta
to
are
move
gonna
guns
set
up
up
as we
a,
approach them bodies,
cover,
okay?
or set up a line of fire towards the town. Charlie's going to push down
Then we can run, can't we?
that wall we can see
No,
at
we're gonna
100
be holding
degrees.
that compound.
Delta's then going to move across, and then I'll direct you as necessary. We're going to move in a column, chalky, just keep to the low side
Just,
of the
Charlie, Delta, hold the
spur,
base
and then
fire.
don't start thrusting until
Charlie,
we
we're gonna
absolutely
break
have to.
right into front right, you know, contact.
Gonna shoot at you as well.
We'll go push out. We're following single file.
Delta, hold.
Hold on.
Charlie,
Wait
pass
till
you.
Charlie's moved.
We'll get
Keep going,
parallel
Talkie.
with Squid. Saxon, we're gonna move out.
Jonathan, back here.
We'll hit that position, hold position, get down.
You'll get it one day.
Round past us and we're gonna hit that compound.
Where exactly is the position?
Zero. Just hold position in the middle of the 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Hold, my route.
River holding me.
Hold, mate, you've been close up.
Crouch from here.
Following orders.
Just push into those rocks. Push into those rocks. We're exposed there. Keep going. Keep going. Just grab a rock. Delta, form up a tight firing line covering to the southeast. Charlie, just hold here. Covering to the
Delta, let's push east. Delta east. Firing line on me. My left. Southeast. Delta set.
Anybody else use my bipod jockey? Anybody else use my bipod?
Yeah, just down
Just because that's stupid.
09.
Piss off.
These two sections are supposed to be looting.
Okay,
one of them looted my
you're going to cover us. We're going to just push to that wall at 120. Once we're across, we're going to set up in those rocks, and then you'll move across and join us.
Okay, sounds good.
Be prepared to move. Just follow me at speed. Move up.
I'll cover them.
Adios.
Godspeed.
Hey, Britannia, Britannia all the way. Da, 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 da. Could have taken them out myself. But no, she's being a dickhead.
Okay, paddock set up on that close corner.
Waiting on you to go, Bob.
Have we got open building, Bob?
Copy that. 0. 1 Charlie's going to clear the 6 buildings around the clear 1 marker, and then move to the bus stop area and clear everything east of the church, and then push in around the church. Over. Push up with Dante to the edge of this wall.
Copy, moving.
Delta, stand by.
This building's open in front of us, Dante.
Roger.
Yeah, open door, front. Just get check the corner.
Delta, move.
Looks clear.
Roger.
Paddock, 1 Delta get across. They're going to get on this corner. You just push up to Charlie and to Chalky and Dante.
Right, the road's just lit up a tiny bit for some reason.
It's just the lighting effect on Arma. Look at a certain angle, it's because the game's recognising that you've got
Watch the right side, Wolf.
seeing the lamppost. And then when you look the other way,
left, fronties left.
and they've got full shot as well. Okay,
There's a building without
guys,
cameras down there.
30 seconds
And
rest,
there's
and
something
then
lying
move
around it that
along
might
this
be corpses.
and get to the road.
To hop on the corner, Chalky.
Yes, mate, yeah, you got a big gun, I'll cover this building. It's clear from there, mate.
Side on the
Chip
opposite
Delta,
side.
move up on the right side, due 120 to the next
Just don't
compound,
stand
hold
up.
the rear of the building, okay?
Usable building.
That next one. Cover our advance on the left side as we move
Guys,
through the alleyway.
Weapons up now, walking
Open at
pace.
Junction.
Roger.
We got an enterable building just across the road from us.
Chalky, Dante, push across, clear it out.
Okay.
Paddock, I want you to move slowly along the edge of this wall until you get to the road. When you get to the road, click road.
Down east towards the Junction.
Ready to breach.
Ready.
Get to the edge of the wall, there should be a road to your front. Just go road to the corner of the wall.
Proceed down.
Right.
LA1 just breaching close.
Stairs.
Roger.
Walking pace, Paddock, walking pace, weapon up.
Friendlies to our front. That's you guys.
There's 1 Delta.
Bedroom.
Nice.
Hold on the edge.
Something left.
Building clear.
Delta,
Yeah.
let me know when you're at the road.
In position now. 2 station have had a bit of a navigational glitch in there on top of us. Copy that.
Bring open it.
A bit of a defilade.
Building's clear.
Down the road.
Opening.
Building clear.
Chalky, take point again, followed by Dante. I want us to patrol over to that low wall. set up of the low wall covering to the south.
Moving in front.
I've got my tripod on, stood up, so.
Keep pushing towards the south.
Gonna push across there.
That's right.
Bob, we allowed our flashlights on or?
Friendly's east.
Hold position, guys.
Oh yeah, Bob, didn't know if I mentioned, but we are at the road.
Tree line, follow the tree line down towards the compound bearings of, well, direct 220 once you get there.
Chalky move on the right side of the wall, so
traffic, you got us covered.
just clear behind this building. We're going to set Delta up in there.
Halfway traffic just falling
Set
off
up on the corner watching the road.
Yeah.
Building front.
Enter building front.
There is actually a good rock formation there.
And
Eyes on target compound.
move in there.
Didn't catch that. We moving in, yeah?
Yeah, hey fam.
Breaching right.
Roger, following in.
Sorry for not informing you. We were just trying to get in a covering position of it.
Building clear.
One story.
Fingers, I want you to head down the road to the
Coming
east
up.
till you get to me.
Yeah, just moving into defensive position, mate, in this location, proximity.
Let's move forward, guys.
Chalky, Dante, push back to the wall covering the
Long
south.
steady, guys.
Okay.
A section are moving through the tree line to our south.
Roger.
I want you to take a peek in that doorway over there.
Will, Squid, move south. Just watch that.
This area is clear, Fingers. If you just bring Delta up to here.
Traffics, when Will and Squid are in position, move south and cover west.
Just set up in this corner wall covering from 140 to 200.
I got 140.
Charlie, regroup on me where we entered this
You're in the middle,
plateau.
right south.
That corner, Will, when you're ready.
Alright guys, we're going to move in a 4-man stack, staggered column down the road to get to the T-junction. One Chalky and Paddock on point either side of the road. Both two teams, left and right, are going to push up to those bus stops. And then when we're in the bus stops, the team on the right side of the road, which will be Paddock and Dante, I want you guys to cover down the road to the west, and me and Chalky will cover the road. Form up on the road.
Roger.
All that profit.
Good to go.
Alright guys, walking base weapons up.
Delta is covering.
Need to our right a bit.
Opening south our position.
Dante and Chalky, you're cleared to
break up to the front.
To the front.
Everyone pro.
What's that?
At least 3-man patrol. Bearing 165 from me, other side of that wall.
Fingers, we've got a 3-man patrol directly south from you, just past that building. Have you got eyes on? They're moving on to the open road.
155 from me.
I got eyes here. They're going to an opening, I think.
Opening in the fence.
Dante, move up to the left of Paddock quickly.
They're on the road, they're on the road.
See them, I can see them.
Charlie, Delta Fire Team, engage.
Engage.
Fire Team, stand by.
See them.
Hold. HG's prepped if you need.
I lost contact to the left. Lost eyes on, sorry.
Front left covers.
I think contact's down.
Okay, Paddock and Dante cover us. Chalky, we're going to move to the bus station.
Cover it.
Nice work, Kieran.
Move up 200.
Paddock and Dante.
Yeah, it's flag. Smooth.
Okay, 200 degrees sprint as fast as you can.
Oh, they're about 30 meters southeast of that building you're on.
Sprint.
So I need to watch down the road.
Roger.
Dante, Paddock, diagonally across the road, get on the corner of the building 140.
Paddock.
Eyes on one single body.
Enter all building on the right side.
Could be down the other side.
Okay, Delta Flight team, push down to the bus stops.
That building southwest is enterable.
When you get here, fingers, 2 guys covering the south, 2 guys covering the west.
No, the windows are out though. They're blacked out.
Okay, stand by for a loom.
Just push down to the edge of this building.
Paddock and Dante, we're pushing down the opposite side of the building to you.
So use this bus stop for cover that. You're with me covering south. Prophet, you're here.
Have you got eyes on the other bodies, all 3?
All 3. Yeah, it looks like it. 1 by the wall, 2 lying on top of each other in the road. That's... Oh, you know what? I can't tell if that's 1 or 2.
2 bodies, yeah, 2 bodies in the centre of the road on top of each other.
Okay, guys, stand by.
Starting up here.
0-1 Charlie message. Northern buildings around.
There's contacts down to our...
Oh, fucking god, Dante. Germany's 5-0.
I know, my mum just came in and started going on about...
Waller's gonna get the golden boot now. Absolutely smashed them for like 6 minutes, 24 goals in 5 minutes, 6 minutes.
There's about to be mass riots and suicide in Brazil.
Down the MSR to that first T-junction. When we get there, we're going to clear the building south. We're going to have Charlie on the left side of the road and Delta on the right side of the road, and we're going to move in section stack column.
Copy, so Delta is clearing the south side. Yeah, well, we're going to move along the MSR and then peel left onto that ASR, and you'll be clearing the right side, the side of the church. Copy, so we'll wait until the ASR to clear.
Well, somebody's lost their job at the World Cup already again.
Don't worry, when we get there, we'll become clear over.
Alright, Charlie, pull back to the T-junction.
Charlie, pull back to the T-junction.
Move up.
Figures, what I mean is when we get to that T-junction, we're just going to head down the T-junction of this section. My guys on the left side of the road, your guys on the right.
Right, but until we get to that point, we're not clearing our buildings.
No, we're not clearing out. But unless if you get to a doorway that's enterable, we'll hold, send 2 guys in on that side, clear the building. They'll come back out, and then we'll move along. So just stop at each corner, check the corners are clear, and just move down like using urban skills. So basically direct it all anyway. So it'll be all right. Once we get to the large square compound, or basically when we get to the T-junction to the south, we're going to swing around and we're going to move in and clear the church area.
Got you. Let's head down.
Okay, 1 section, staggered column on the road west.
Stay on the side, yep. Same order as much before, so Jonathan between Prophet and Dietrich.
Dante, do you want me to pass me or is he me pass me?
You have me pass now.
Okay, Charlie, push up to the corner of the ASR and have a look around, make sure it's clear for Delta to move on.
Want me to pass me?
Don't move.
To move. Go.
Yeah, looks clear.
Watch the opening there. Your left.
Compound south. Choppy, see if you can pull that compound north.
Delta push round and form column on the right side of the road.
Right side of the road there.
This road here.
Yeah, peel left here. Yeah.
Alright guys, as we move down this road, as you get to a building, make sure you've got a guy covering the gap as the rest of you cross, and we'll do that both sides. So if there's a gap on the other side, stop until the other section are covering that, or the other fire team are covering that gap. Okay, let's move nice and slow south.
Are we sticking to the road or are we moving?
Yeah, we're sticking to the road. We'll deviate if we find a building that's enterable. Dietrich, lead us out. Pace going up. Close combat optics, by the way.
We'll get your AR facing west on this. Okay. Okay, Saxon, push around me. Get your AR laid down at T-junction west. Tropics, get a team breaching right, okay? Immediate right.
Moving.
Okay.
Breach left, right?
Yeah, we're going to breach left. Tropics, we're going to do this synchronized, mate. I'm going to go left, I'm going to go right. 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, breach, breach, breach. Hold on a second.
Roger, moving.
Don't need to go in here, just make sure.
Alright, brother, hold.
Hold up.
Hold in.
Delta, I want you to push up to that corner on the right and cover down to the west.
Okay, Trish, you're on point there. Jonathan, back him up.
Charlie, once they've done that, we're going to push and clear the 4 buildings that are directly to our south.
These gaps over to the southeast. Gap to southeast.
That was good.
Go on, keep going.
Moving.
Okay, Paddock, I want you to replace Chalky on that corner, covering down to east.
You're covering down to the left of us.
We're not gonna like that.
Unsure.
Please no more Catholics.
Where am I covering?
Just hold on the corner, I think.
Just keep the south covered, mate. We got the west and east.
Be advised we've cleared everything
Be
east
advised,
of
we
the
can't
church.
see it on the road.
If a pick away my position at the
Building's
moment.
blocking.
Shadowing on this map, shit.
Move up to the corner then.
If the counter-attack is from the south, the buildings north around Clear 1, there's a large raised platform where you can put 2 platoons covering the MSR to the south. Sorry, 2 sections MSR to the south.
Cover's clear.
Okay, Chalky and Dante, just push in between those buildings at bearing 200 and make sure there's nothing behind them.
Roger.
There's a gap to the left of me as well. Wall.
If you want to take a left, I'll clear right.
Roger.
Same time.
Fingers, have you got eyes on the
You guys got eyes on the
That's good.
Just check the wall as well.
We advise on we're more or less right outside it, we're about 10 metres from the outwall.
Cover that, Fingers. I want you to take Delta in and clear the inner compound of the church. That will be an emergency fallback position if we get counter-attacked.
Copy that, we'll go.
South side building's clear. Cover that fallback.
Stack up on the outside wall first. Move up. On the corner, yeah.
Right, guys, Charlie, I want you to push back down to the road north, set up covering north, west and east. So one guy on the Paddock, you'll be on the eastern side covering out to the east. Dante, you'll be on the other corner covering out to the west, and Chalky just find yourself a spot covering north. Alright, push down there, guys.
Okay, Jonathan, Trish, go.
Charlie, we have a semi-shot position
One contact down, Fingers is hit inside the belfry.
Back entrance here, you want to clear?
Someone tried to put a sniper in this map. Lots of it.
Did that confirm one injured over?
Yep, I don't seem to have broken.
You have broken legs.
Negative, no broken leg.
Okay, confirm.
We still have that occupiable building just down my road.
Resend over.
Do I have a volunteer anyway?
Negative, not at this
Okay,
time.
Prophet, you have to scale the bell tower. Wow, I do have broken legs.
Cancel last, I do have broken legs.
Be merciful.
Shit.
Okay, can you just confirm what your injury to me is? Over.
My legs are broken.
Copy that.
Yeah, 0 by Charlie Forever.
Fucking there.
Yeah, be advised, my casualty is not ambulance.
That's horrible.
Where's it? I can see it.
I've got it. That spy team securing the church, if you want to use that as a HQ position. The rest of the spy team are covering the moon.
So clear. Arma's merciful.
Okay, Fingers, set defences up in the church. Platoon HQ are going to move to your position.
Right.
Actually getting.
Dietrich, only you on that wall to our east. The gap
Guys, we're going to push back up to that low
Jonathan, you're
wall
covering
so that we
the,
can provide some cover to the road to the south. We're just going to move at speed up to the low wall through the trees. Takes away chalky. Dante, close in.
Roger.
Confirm you want me in the graveyard, Kieran? Yeah, we in the southern entrance to the graveyard.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to be, was I?
Sorry, Fingers.
Sorry. There's no war, is it?
Yeah, it's on here. I'll let you grab the road cover.
See corner?
You are covering the MSR to the south.
Yep.
Dante, I want you to jump on that corner, see where that wall and where that house is, covering to the north.
Roger.
Just this little post here.
Okay.
If you see any movement to the north, let me know. In fact, move to the corner of that building.
Hold it.
You're being deflated on the road then.
Fingers, Bob, I want you to send the guy with AT back up to that raised plateau where you guys were covering us as we move to the bus stops.
Copy that.
My eyes hurt. I just want to use a fucking torch. Don't know why. Oh my god, I'm so cool.
Take it right here, guys.
Prophet, just jump to the right of paddocks. You're covering the road to the north. If you look at Bentley, that building, if he sees a vehicle, he's going to shout out on the radio. You just run for it.
I think that's not you, is it?
Native, Fisby 2 station.
Alright, looks like they've got a contact counter-attack coming in on from the south. 2 section there, just taken out a 5-man section to our south. That's correct, over.
Boy, am I screwed if they come down this way. I'm still here. They're worrying about me. Yay. You have issues, bro. I don't like the way the fucking reinforcements work, because they don't just spawn there.
All Delta still in the church, head back to the raised plateau where you were covering us as we approach the bus stops.
The fuck? Bilbo Ballbaggins. At the gas station. Just documented on the map.
She jumps off the fucking, central.
Bob? Fingers went back to base. Put me in charge of TWC.
I don't have a clue what that sign stands for, so.
Dante, we're going to move into this building and set up on the flat roof.
What was the roof accessible, was it?
I can't see anything, don't follow me.
Use your torches if you want inside.
I've got no torch.
I followed them, those.
The blind man.
There you go.
No route up onto the roof.
Right. We're here, it's time to go.
Somebody else lead me out.
Follow me. How do you switch your torch on again?
It's L.
That's not working. I think I fucking forgot to change batteries.
Might have to do.
Chalky, we've got training where they do role selection and you can learn about all the weapon functions.
I was going to teach myself it in section 2 and 3 last week, but turns out no one wanted to go.
I think if you do like Shift L or Control L.
I've said up to everyone, I've done about the section about 5 times.
Guys, this double back over.
Roger.
As we're proceeding on mission, in-depth brief. Yeah, if you just keep eyes south. Alright guys, we're going to move here to waypoint 1, which is at grid 097105551. We're going to hold in those rocks in all round the fence.
Okay.
From there, we're going to move to a fire base.
Joe, I'm down for that, son.
Hill, spot height 51.
Instagram your mum.
70534, and we're going to get eyes into the town. One section are going to move into the town from the north, and we're going to move in from the south. We're basically going to move down along the ASR, with Charlie on the south side and Delta on the north side. Basically going to clear all of those buildings along the ASR. So Charlie clearing the southern side,
I just did
Delta
that.
clearing the northern side. Okay, from here we're just going to move in staggered column down to that waypoint 1. Charlie on the left, Delta on the right.
Too tired.
Chalky, when we hit that grid, just hold,
Okay, fair enough.
and I'll find a spot for us to move into all under defence.
Copy.
Form up staggered column on the road. Jonathan, you're in temporary command of Delta. There should be fingers should be rejoining us at waypoint 1.
Delta right side. I want Dietrich in front. And I'll be behind him. Alright.
Whoa.
Good to move.
Chalky, when we hit the edge of the town, break down to weapons up.
Copy.
Chalky, when we hit the south, the edge of town, just hold. We're going to get fingers back here.
Hold it.
Alright guys, go prone now, grab your nearest cover.
Should Prophet push up to the corner of the wall.
Roly poly.
Bob, fingers back on station.
Yep.
Cover that finger. If you just head south along the MSR from the bus station, we're about 200 metres down the road.
Copy that.
Too tired. Pew. Pew. Pew.
When Charlie will
What's happening?
Hey dude. Because I'll give you a quick brief. From here, we're moving to a waypoint at 097.
Torch them. That's weird.
551. We're going to get in all around the fence around those rocks. Then we're going to push up to spot height 51. Form a 5 base facing into the town. We'll engage targets.
Wow. Rapito.
To command once. Basically, that's our 5 base. We'll engage what we can from there. We're then going to proceed in and clear the southern part of the town. So we'll use the ASR as a marker. We'll move into the petrol station area. We'll basically clear all the way from east to west along the north side of the ASR, and I'll clear the south side of the ASR.
Are you taking the church too?
I'm guessing that's going to be a bit of a like what they tried to do in this church. So from the 5 base, we're going to scope it out as best we can.
Keep in mind, guys, there could still be a patrol heading our way.
Once we get to like see where that bending
patrol
road
your
is
way.
on your ASR north, you'll hold
So
there.
if Vodniks come down this road, I say we should get on the other side of this wall to our west. Misfire, misfire.
So yeah, we're going to get eyes on the church from the 5 base.
That.
Misfire again.
Jonathan.
What?
It's not you, is it?
No.
Say
You're in. Put your index finger.
Guys,
mouse wheel.
It doesn't matter who it is. Just put your weapon on safe.
Okay, guys, ease up. Let's move out to waypoint 1.
Only scrubs put their weapons safe. You scrub.
Yeah, so fingers, when we get to that 5 base, I'll scope out the church from there. If we can't,
Scrubs.
scope out the church from there, and then if it's a threat,
Filthy scrubs.
Prepare to move Delta.
Are you good to move Dietrich?
What's going on now?
Sorting out his mouse so it doesn't ND again.
Yeah, I set the change my battery.
Alright, okay, let's go.
Yep, good order, march, let's go.
We're going to move that running speed, but point men, just be very alert. Apart from the point men, Delta, keep eyes right, Charlie, you guys left. Chalk in 100 metres, stop, go prone, and we'll give the gunners 30 seconds rest. Copy that. Okay, fingers, take the section into that little rock formation slightly west of us and get us in all-round defence.
Okay guys, get moving west, getting all around the fence up around that rock.
Move onwards and upwards.
Okay, you're covering south. Dante, you're covering southwest. Paddy, you're covering southeast. Prophet, you're covering east. Dietrich, you're covering west. Jonathan, you're covering north. And I'll cover north. Leaving just northwest, which is covered by 2 section. Anyone not know where they are?
Sahrani.
Right guys, what's going to happen is we're going to move up to the fire base. Charlie fire team is going to move out first.
Audio vehicle.
Prone, go prone. Everyone prone.
Vodnik, southeast on the road.
Prepare your AT, Jonathan.
I don't have AT.
Marksman, whoever's got the AT.
Get it ready.
Everyone else getting a firing line on these rocks. Let me know when you've got a lock.
Eyes on.
Stand by.
Bus stop.
Rocket, rocket, rocket.
Oh no, I said let me know when you've got a lock. Alright, fucking hell, open up. Engage any dismounts.
Lost eyes, lost eyes.
Another one coming behind
One more.
Shooting 556, hold your fire on the Vodnik.
Gunner and automatic rifleman behind us, push up alongside us.
Machine gunner, automatic rifleman, push up alongside it.
After we blast is a bush.
Marksman, if you get shot, take out the driver.
Bob, what do you want? The machine gunner?
Left or right of someone.
UPMC, spray the front cab.
Front cab.
Only half a mag, only half a mag.
Front one.
Come back in the
I don't have eyes on to the right.
Oh.
Don't stand up, don't stand up.
Bob, do you want HEs on it?
Not the static one, not the static one, the one that's moving. Hold fire, hold fire. Is it behind the rocks, yeah?
No, it's down in that ravine to the east by the looks of it.
100 look.
Gunner's down
there. There's a ravine. Came across a bridge.
Magazine.
Hey, machine gunner, just give the front. Oh no, hold fire. 0-1 Charlie message.
Link cut out, watch out. Shout guys, driving while dismount.
Oh, I just seen lights over to the 120. That may just be armor, never mind. Do it again.
I can see the Vodnik from here.
Active, we believe it's
if
just
you
a
look
driver.
bearing directly 100 from this rock. It's moving again, moving left. Into the
Alright guys, you guys are going to hold here, just keep eyes towards that Vodnik. Charlie, we're going to start moving towards the fire base, securing the fire base. Fingers, once I'm up at the top, I'll give you a shout, and you guys just move up to us. Platoon's happy that Vodnik's out on the fight. Just be aware, just as you move up, keep eyes on it in case the driver dismounts.
Roger that.
Alright, Charlie, let's form the other side of this large rock.
Line or column.
I'm going to move in a line. I'll have Paddock on my left and the other two on my right.
Riding home to tell his friends.
We're just going to jog up to the, just before that bush. When we get to that bush, we're going to crouch and we're going to push slowly over the ridge.
some sort of flashlights in town. Don't know what
Yeah, I saw that as well. I think it's a lighthouse.
2 flashlights.
Panic.
Car lights. South to north is
Panic.
a light.
Bob, if the body comes close enough, are we clear to engage?
Yeah, if you can get a clear shot on the driver.
Alright, Charlie, we're going to pull to the edge of this bridge now.
There's a vehicle in town, but it was a lighthouse. Far.
Delta, move up to the large bush on the hill.
Copy, stand by. Then moving up the hill to our west.
Yeah, roger that.
Scan to the front and let me know if you spot any...
Be advised, the Botnik is neutral.
Good job, Delta.
Eyes on friendlies.
Once you get to the tree,
reference low building
just
at
go
directly
crouch
west of
and
us.
forward and you'll see us.
South of the plantation.
Copy. Botnik was plain dead.
Whereabouts, Chalky?
You see the plantation directly west of us. That lone building there's a friendly behind that building.
Yep, eyes on. He's crawling near the barnyard.
He's arrived.
Left side of the entrance.
Got a friendly at the 2 friendlies at the barn as well there.
Alright, Fingers, if deploy on the right flank of Charlie, covering into the main town itself.
There's friendlies at the barn, guys, so check fire.
Right flank of Charlie, guys. Yeah, that's right.
Bob, I didn't get a great look, but on the hill to the south of the town, as he was moving up the hill, it looked like there might have been HESCO barriers there. Can't really see it from this angle with the bushes.
Yeah, that
here
might be
in
that
front.
church thing me and Fingers were looking at on the map.
Partial eyes on the church.
1 Charlie is at our fire base. It looks like the Botnik with just the driver is following us. So
Might try to run us over.
if over.
Audio.
Yeah, I think it's the same Vodnik. Hopefully it is, yeah.
Right, here we can over. Be advised it's not heading into town.
Just
That's
run about.
fucking crest, because if he does 2 session, I'll light us the fuck up.
It's about 10 metres to our southwest now. Gone a bit further now.
It's on
the road. Bodnik's in the centre of town. I would tell 2 section you don't need to open it up.
1 Charlie copies, new orders move and secure church-like compound 3093050.
That Vodnik's just moved west to the plantation.
Okay guys, our job has changed. We're going to move to that church position on the hill that Chalky's spotted on the way up, and we're going to clear it. Platoon HQ thinks it may be the AA position. Fingers, I want you to redeploy Delta Fire team at 160, covering towards the ridge southeast.
Okay, Delta, let's get a line to the right of me, covering that ridge to our 160.
Okay, Charlie, what we're going to do is we're going to push in defilade up to that ridge and get, and then once we're in position, Delta's going to come across and join us. Right, Fingers, if you push right up to the edge so you can see down the road as well, just in case.
Okay, Delta, let's push up 10 meters.
Alright, Chalky, we're just going to move in column, just at speed, rough bearing 130. See that, not the far peak, but the close peak. It's like
just
100
outside
meters.
the road, yeah?
Yeah, just the other side of the road. Just take us there and then set up facing to the southwest.
Charlie's.
What a troll goal.
Chalky, hold it. Okay guys, turn and face 230. Form line, push slowly over the bridge.
Okay, Delta, push across to Charlie.
Done RT Bob.
Same route.
Eyes on what looks like to be an RE position.
Nice. Zero one Charlie messenger.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, be advised that position is believed to be an RE position. We're going to move in an assault order. Fingers, if you this, if you see exactly where my guys are, if you set your guys up covering the RE position 240, you're going to be the base of fire, and we're going to push across the dead ground.
Okay, we'll just up to the right, you till you move.
No, Charlie, pull back.
Swap positions.
You'll have to go exactly where Charlie was to see it. Yeah.
So let's go to ground here to my right.
Fingers, your weapons yellow, unless they start engaging us, or I give you the order to fire.
Okay.
Charlie,
context.
follow me.
240. Like weird shape at 240.
We're moving Dante.
Huh.
That's an AA gun.
Just staring at my ceiling like a fucking dipshit. Just be fair. That's a beautiful.
Charlie, form line on me, very tight.
We're going to pound towards this
When you-
position.
Delta has on at least one active contact aside from the gunner on the AA.
Me and Chalky will be one, Dante and Paddock, your team 2. What's going to happen is Delta Fire team are going to shoot the shit out of the whole compound, and we're going to alternate bounding towards it till we get to the wall. Once we get to the wall, Dante and Chalky pop a couple of grenades over, and then we'll push in and clear it. Everyone happy?
Yeah, I won't be able to put grenades in there. I thought I fixed the issue, but it's still there.
Hand grenade, hand grenade.
Grenades.
No, hand grenades.
It doesn't have hand grenades. I've got.
Dante, you're the worst grenadier in the world. Have you got a grenade?
No, I've got belts.
Oh fuck it, me and Chalky.
I throwed one short last operation. I threw one short, so I'm not risking it. I don't want to kill anybody.
Right, okay. Okay, you guys are not allowed to throw any grenades because you're useless. Yeah, you're clear to shoot people. Me and Chalky will deal with the grenades.
Delta, on my go, you're going to engage all targets in the compound and then pour suppressive fire in while Charlie fights it inbound up to it.
Making me look like not done so.
Solid copy. Ready on your go.
Rubbing off with you.
I can already not throw grenades and you've not even got
Hey,
any.
at least we didn't ND twice.
Dante, you're team 2, I'm team 1.
Yep.
We'll move forward 50 metres and then get down, and then you'll push past us by about, or just move in line with us actually. We're just going to do 50 metre bounds all the way up.
Context more to the left.
When you get down, if there's any movement, just fire while the other 2 are moving.
Roger.
I'm suppressing you.
Do you want me to put HEs up as well?
No, Delta's going to smash the fuck out of it. We'll save your HEs for the town.
Okay.
Delta Fire team, enemy in position to your front, 100 metres, rapid fire.
Team 2, prepare to cover. Team 1, prepare to move.
Move. Team 2 on point.
2 cover, team 1 move.
Charlie, this is Delta. We have 2 contacts down inside the Hesco barriers.
Move.
Dante, put an underslung grenade in from here.
Roger.
Team 1 better move, team 2 cover.
How did that go?
Team 1 move.
Move it. Team 2 online.
Grenade out. Frag out.
Audio on Russians.
Okay, Delta, watch and shoot.
Team 2 cover, team 1 push up towards.
I see a light in there.
Flashlights. Flashlights.
I think that might be one of theirs, I'm not sure. I don't know actually.
Charlie, be advised you've got a flashlight inside.
Copy that.
Okay, Dante, jump. Guy inside, Torque and Dante, push in, take him out.
Roger.
Together, move together. Paddock, you covered along that wall and anything that comes up.
Nice.
Down.
Okay, push in, clear.
Moving right.
Roger. Pushing left. Left side clear, left side clear.
Right, clear. All clear.
AA is secure.
Check some of these bodies, Dante. Just
Roger.
Pop all the bodies.
Moving in.
Now hold that corner for now.
Nice.
Okay. Paddock, move round to the entrance and
He's
cover.
dead.
Get on the corner covering southwest.
He's dead.
Yeah, from this little
Fucking
corner.
weird.
Oh, we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
The operation.
Yeah.
Did we even take any casualties? Like, Cayo?
No, I'm in charge.
How are those grenades? They fucking landed right in this position. They only killed one guy.
It's the tents. The tents are bulletproof.
Bulletproof tents.
They're not actually fabric. You're tying down sheet metal.
Oh boy, you guys be fucked.
Good game.
GG.
Yeah, go on.
GG. How many casualties?